quick look at the legal framework surrounding safeguarding. So I will start by saying every jurisdiction, every country have their own safeguarding laws. They might not be called safeguarding, they may fall under different titles. Because remember, we talked about the different types of harm, abuse, or exploitation. So anything to do with sexual orientation or sexual offenses, anything to do with criminal offenses that fall under safeguarding, will be fast will be catered for under the national laws. And because I am not at liberty to know every person's, for those who have joined this webinar, I don't know everyone's national laws on safeguarding. I will just focus on the global standards for now. So the first one is the Interagency Standing Committee, Minimum Operating Standards for Protection from Sexual Exploitation and Abuse by Own Personnel. So this is for UN and non-UN staff, and it's the most used standard on the protection from sexual exploitation and abuse. It sets out 8 minimum operating standards with corresponding key indicators for each. The second standard is called DAC Recommendation on Ending Sexual Exploitation, Abuse, and Harassment in Development, Cooperation, and Humanitarian Assistance. While the OECD DAC recommendations are not legally binding, they are highly influential as they represent strong political commitment to the principles and policy recommendations they contain on behalf of the DAC members. So for the DAC recommendation, it also sets out 6 pillars on prevention and response. Then we have the third one, Core Humanitarian Standard on Quality and Accountability. And this is a voluntary and measurable standard. The Core Humanitarian Standard describes essential elements of principled, accountable, and high-quality humanitarian aid. It draws together key elements of existing humanitarian standards and commitments. It also contains a statement of humanitarian organizations' commitments, and they are 9. You can find all this on the internet, or if you do require us to provide them, we can do so as we're sharing the material. Then we have the Keeping Children Safe International Child Safeguarding Standards. Remember, this was developed in the early 2000s when the first incident on safeguarding occurred in West Africa. So, yes, Dana?
Sorry for interrupting.
No problem.
The people are requesting that you can speak louder.
Okay.
I think you're not audible, yeah.
All right. Sure thing. Thank you. Is this better?
You
Yes.
can put, okay. Thumbs up. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Great. Let me try also and increase the volume on my laptop. Okay. So the other global standard is the Keeping Children Safe or International Child Safeguarding Standards. And this was developed in 2002 by a coalition of humanitarian and development agencies. It reaffirms the do no harm principle, which is organizations have the responsibility to minimize the harm that they may do as a result of their activities. Then we have the International Labour Organization Convention on Violence and Harassment in the Workplace, in short known as the ILO Convention. And this is the first international treaty to recognize the right of everyone to a world of work free from violence and harassment, including gender-based violence and harassment. It was adopted in 2019 by the International Labour Conference of the International Labour Organization and entered into force in June 2021. The convention represents a historic opportunity to shape a future of work based on dignity and respect for all.